Peace, everybody. Cypher Supreme TV back with another one, man. It's fight night tonight. Extremely excited about this particular prize fight here. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Sean Porter for the WBO Championship of the World. Marty Jannetty versus Shawn Michaels. The Rockers explode. Two good friends in boxing who said they wouldn't fight each other. I think they wanted to come together and accomplish certain goals before they actually got to this point. Sean Porter made a great run at it on his side of the street. Now he's coming across the street and to fight another champion. There's nothing that I could say to more than to validate Sean Porter's resume itself. He's literally fought all the top dogs at 147, while Terrence Crawford has struggled to get a premier fight at a big marquee name or someone you would consider an elite fighter in the division. Now he finally has that. I believe that he has some great challenges, I believe, in my opinion, since he's been at 147. I think, Kell Brook wasn't the fight I wanted for him. People said they would give him credit for it, but didn't. This fight, you ain't got no choice. If he wins this fight, you have to give him his full credit. Because, if it wasn't for that knockdown, a lot of people believe Sean Porter would have won that fight against Errol Spence. Keith Thurman by a slim margin. A lot of people say that fight could have went either way. Sean Porter only has 3 losses, and, I wouldn't even call them losses. He's always been able to reemerge and come back to the top. Sean Porter has an aggressive, tough style. Terrence Crawford also has a tough style as well as a great boxing IQ. Just all around great boxing ability. Sean Porter thing is that tonight he wants to show Terrence Crawford that he is not as good as people say he is. He is not good as he think he is. Fuck your pound for pound. Fuck your SB. All that good stuff. He about to shut it down tonight. That's his goal. To shut it down tonight and to show the world that he belongs at the top of the welterweight division and get him another shot at unifying the titles, whether it be a rematch with Ugas or a rematch with Errol Spence Jr. I would love to see that as well. And plus, people would love to see Crawford go on from here and do bigger things. This is his last fight as a contracted top-rank fighter. Word on the street is that he may still fight on top rank from a fight-to-fight basis and be a freelancer and go from place to place. He is not discussing any deals or contracts at this particular time. He's just simply focused on this particular fight tonight. I feel like for both men, this is their biggest challenge. Sean Porter tends to kind of say, hey, this is the biggest fight of my career. I have to win this fight. This is a must-win for me. Terrence Crawford's kind of taking it like, okay, well, I can't really say this is going to be the toughest fight of my life or the biggest challenge of my career or whatever the case may be, because I've never been in a ring sparring or none of that with Sean. So they both seem to be locked in, ready to go. And it's going to be an exciting night of boxing, man, especially the main event. I'm waiting for the main event. The undercard, at best, is kind of mediocre, but there are a couple of guys that I've heard stuff about. Now I'm interested to see how good they are for real. I think Buddy McGirt has a fighter that a lot of people are really hyping up from Kazakhstan. I want to check him out and see what he's really about. They say he can really crack, so we'll see what he can do. He's fighting a former champion himself on the undercard, but my focus is on this particular fight tonight. And this is the way I see this fight, man. Honestly, it could go 2 ways. Sean Porter can start very fast, take advantage, put him up against the ropes like the pit bull that he is, and go to work on him like he did Berto, like he did several other fighters. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, they couldn't get away from him. Would that be right up Terrence Crawford alley? We do not know. But we do know Terrence Crawford does possess a certain amount of power. How much power we will see. Because we know Sean Porter has not been knocked down knocked out by anybody. No one's been able to stop Shawn Porter. If he's able to stop Shawn Porter tonight, I would say that would be one of the most impressive performances of his career, because that's saying a whole lot. A guy tough like that who can take tremendous punishment, shots, and keep coming the way he does, and you end up stopping him. Oh man, I don't really see it. I do see Crawford getting a decision, whether it be a wide margin or not. I don't know. I say even if he wins by a wide margin, it would be hella impressive, because no one has not been able to do that to Shawn Porter yet. Shawn Porter is a game fighter with an impeccable resume at the pro and amateur level. I mean, look at his amateur fights. He has beaten some of you guys' favorite fighters in the amateurs. So, he ain't nothing to sneeze at. And for some reason, he's maintained that he has the ability to frustrate Crawford. These guys know things about each other that most other fighters don't know. So he says he's very confident that he can frustrate him. I believe Porter can do many things to win this fight, besides just, try to dog him out. Although he will dog him out and he will box, he'll mix them both up. Don't get it twisted. That's exactly what's going to happen tonight. He's going to box and brawl. I believe that possibly it could be some type of controversial win. I mean, Porter is a very aggressive fighter. He can headbutt, elbow, cut Terrence Crawford. If he starts fast enough, they go to the scorecards from accidental. But he can win off early rounds. Picture that happening. I think Crawford has the ability to switch up and confuse Shawn Porter in certain ways, and also catch him slipping. Only knock on Shawn Porter is that he gets a little bit too happy with it. He gets a little too comfortable, and he gets caught slipping with some punches and combinations that he shouldn't be getting caught with. And I believe in what Diddy was saying. K. Diddy was telling his son, like, hey man, stick to the basic fundamentals and you should be okay. Will Shawn Porter stick to the game plan and not slip up? That's the remainder to be seen. Crawford has the ability to knock Shawn Porter out if he gets that clear shot. We know he has a hell of a right cross, a right hook, left hand. I mean, he got a good range of punches. But if I had to predict the win on this fight, I'm going to have to say, it's not a hard decision. I think Crawford can win this fight. I picked Crawford. Everybody know that. But the way he going to win is hard for me to say. It would be a bold prediction to say by stoppage. But we all know Crawford comes out of nowhere and stop people who've never been stopped. You got to give him credit for that too. He has put people down who have never been down and out. He was even able to neutralize the speed of Amir Khan. No one was able to neutralize that speed like Crawford did. We know he's a fast starter. He outboxes his opponents for 6 to 7 rounds before they catch up with him. It's going to be an interesting fight. I think this is a fight of the year candidate, but I'm not trying to procrastinate. All right. I think I'm going to go with Terrence Crawford. Unanimous decision. All right. I do believe that this will be an exciting fight. I think it would be an early knockdown in this fight too, somewhere between 5 and 6. Somebody gonna get dropped. Maybe even earlier than that. Somebody will get dropped, but I don't think no one will get knocked out. So it'll be a pretty even fight, and then somebody will eventually take off in the latter rounds and the championship rounds. That's my final prediction. Peace and blessings.